Hey, Stage 2 is a place to be this weekend to enjoy the Whodunit, the Red Box, presented by the Brailsford Company. Jeremy Brailsford is the director, and he is here with set designer Kim Payne. Welcome, guys.
No, thanks for having us again. Yes.
I'm intrigued because we all like a Whodunit, right? I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely right.
So tell me about, I know you had to do some, jump through some hoops.
I did have to jump through some hoops. Actually, I tried to get this show 5 years ago, and I couldn't find where to get the rights from. So when this came about, again, I was like, I can do this. So I actually emailed the writer of the show, Joseph Goodrich, who actually did a lot of work here in the tri-state area before he moved to New York.
But that probably helped to have some connection.
Maybe that's what it was. But he was in contact with the Rex Sout estate, and Rex Sout, of course, is the writer who wrote the Nero Wolfe books back in the 30s. And they agreed, and they let me have the rights to them. So it's exciting.
Had you seen this show staged somewhere?
No, this show has actually only been staged like 1 or 2 times before. And this was done in Minnesota, was the last place they did that. I actually emailed them to try and get the rights for it because I was like, no one's answering, I can't find it.
How did you know about it?
Well, I was just doing some Google searching, and I came across a picture. I was like, why is there not a Nero Wolfe play? And oh, there is a Nero Wolfe play. And so I started doing some digging, and I said, okay, well, let's do it. Let's bring it to Evansville.
I can't wait. So, Kim, tell us about this. You're the set designer.
I am the set designer.
So what were the challenges? What were the opportunities to do this set?
The challenge is to keep it simple, but also interesting. And it's in an office. It's basically set in one room. And so trying to give it that one room enough life and interest to not be boring, but not take away from the fantastic work that Jeremy and everybody else have done with the...
And the also really cool thing is Kim took, I took the actual image that Rex Sout himself drew of Nero Wolfe's office, and I gave it to Kim, and I said, how can we make this come to life on stage? So we're using his sort of diagram of what Nero Wolfe's office looked like to try and, create it.
To give you an
homage. We'll say an homage.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's the word. A real life representation of what he has described in his books. And it's always fun to take something like that and give it a twist.
Oh, absolutely. You can make it your own, too.
Exactly.
Right? This is the limit of the space, so how do I make this my own? Exactly. So show goes up this weekend.
It does,
Stage 2.
Yep, at Stage 2. We are on the 8th and 9th there at 7:30. Tickets are $18. Sunday it's at 2. You can get those tickets at the door. You can also find the Brailsford Company on Facebook, and I have a million posts on there about buying tickets. So, if you need it, that's where you can get your tickets from.
Is this appropriate for all audiences?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Everybody can come and see this. Yeah.
And is there audience participation in this?
We're basically in the audience's lap, though. That's pretty much what
you are in the end stage, too.
It's a very intimate setting.
Yes.
But no audience participation this week. That was last week.
But what we love about that, though, is I want the audience to feel like they're in the office with Nero Wolfe and Archie. And so, so we brought everything closer. So you guys are going to feel like you're sitting there with them.
Well, I think Stage 2 is such an intimate setting anyway, so it's not that big stage back there in the orchestra pit here to separate you from it. So you're kind of in the big middle. How many people are in the show?
We have 9 people. I took one of the roles before someone had to drop out. So I'm not a nice person in the show, but I'm not.
But he's a nice person in real life. So
I'm not going to spoil anything. Come see the show. You'll know. You'll see what happens.
Check them out. Check them out. Thank you both so much. Break a leg, but not you. You've already got you. We'll be back with Stacey's weather right after this.